Good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of It's Just Person Podcast. I just want to jump over here for a few minutes. I want to speak on that the article concerning the inmate that killed the cafeteria worker. I don't know what it is about these females and these inmates. I mean, you cannot. And I repeat, you cannot be nice to an inmate. You treat him as what he is. He's an inmate, and he'll take advantage of you. If you're nice, you're too nice. They already know. These jokers experienced in that stuff. You can't be nice to them. You can't laugh with them. You can't do none of that because they will manipulate you. They would turn a nice girl into a criminal. You can't be nice to them. But I'm gonna go ahead and play this story. But I don't know why these females are even entertaining these inmates. Because they are 9 times out of 10, they're up to no good. They will mess your life up. But I'm going ahead and play this story.
But first, the mother of a woman shot and killed by an inmate at a Georgia prison is speaking only with Fox 5. And that is where we start tonight on News Edge at 11. I'm Christine Spiro.
Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Tom Haynes. 24-year-old Arian Grace died at Smith State Prison in Southeast Georgia over the weekend.
Now her family is sharing their heartbreak and their anger with News Edge reporter Rob D'Arienzo here live in studio.
That's right, guys. Good evening. Well, this family is hurt. They're shocked, but they're also furious with the Georgia Department of Corrections. The mom of 24-year-old Arian Grace says she was just trying to earn a living, and the prison failed to keep her safe.
I'm really in disbelief of the fact that it was even a firearm in the facility.
24-year-old Arian Grace's family started getting messages on Facebook early Sunday morning that something was terribly wrong at her job at Smith State Prison.
Inmates were going through social media, looking on her social media to find people related to her.
And that's how Deshonda Higgins found out about her daughter's murder. The prison says inmate Jay Drakus Hart shot Grace, then himself. She was working for the food company Aramark in the kitchen there. Prison officials said Monday they believe Grace and Hart had a personal relationship, but her mom sees that as a deflection.
What does that have to do with an inmate having a gun to kill my child?
And Higgins wants the Department of Corrections to focus on that. How the gun got into a maximum security prison where some of the most violent state convicts stay. She says investigators have ripped apart her daughter's apartment while executing a search warrant, leaving behind this mess.
And busted the bags open all over my grandchildren's stuff. They broke her bed.
It's not clear what, if anything, they found. A spokesperson for the Department of Corrections says that inmate with the contraband phone got in touch with her family before prison staff got a chance.
They totally went in damage control instead of trying to figure out how they could correct the system.
Grace leaves behind a 1-year-old son and a 4-year-old daughter. The 24-year-old was saving money to go to nursing school.
No one deserves to die. And especially at work, where she was working hard to take care of her kids.
And the Georgia Department of Corrections spokesperson says 6 Aramark employees have been told not to come back to their jobs at the prison based on this investigation, but they did not explain why. The food company says they're working with corrections officials to assess employee safety there. Guys?
Yeah, it is a remaining question. How did that contraband get in?
Like I said earlier, you cannot be nice to these jailbirds, these inmates. They're in jail for a reason. You go in there, you do what you're supposed to do, and take your tail on home. Don't try to bring anything in. You got folks that will actually throw their lives away trying to bring in contraband. in for these inmates. I've read, I know I came across 2 or 3 articles of correctional staff being arrested for bringing in contraband to these inmates, and the inmates paid them money. They were so hell bent on greed, because that's all what it is. It's greed. They'll rather throw themselves or throw their lives away, throw their careers away, just to satisfy an inmate who has nothing to lose. A person that has nothing to lose would gladly help you lose what you got. Now you have this young girl, Ariana Grace. Now she's dead, and she has a 1-year-old son and a 4-year-old daughter. Now their mother is gone because of the bad decision she made. They said they had a personal relationship. I don't know what type of relationship it was, but that was a bad decision. And you see how easy it is. Excuse me. You see how easy it is for contraband to get in there. How did he end up with a gun? Now he shot her. They're gonna kill himself. That's why I tell you, you can't build no relationship with these jokers, because they don't know, they don't have any boundaries. They don't know what no means. I don't know if she cut the relationship off. He couldn't handle it, so he did what he did. He had no right to do that. You got to learn folks got to learn how to take rejection and move on. He had no right to take her life. He didn't give her life, so he had no right to take it. But he took it upon himself to do that. But I tell you, stop trying to help these inmates. That's not your job. Now you have some that are genuine, that are really trying to make a difference or try to change their lives. I remember I used to work at a detention center for the youth, and I used to have these guys in there were asking me to bring something in from the outside, like t-shirts or tank tops. I told them, man, I'm not bringing nothing in. If the state didn't provide it, I'm not getting it. I said, if you want stuff from the outside, you stay on the outside. Stop being disruptive and destructive and committing crime, and you getting locked up in here. That's not my problem. I'm not concerned about that. If you can't get out there and be a law-abiding citizen and follow the rules, then jail is a place for you. But I don't know what it is with these black women and these inmates. I don't know if the self-esteem is low or they mind. Cause a lot of times, females, they have the mindset of a child. They gullible. They easy to manipulate. They naive. They think everybody is good. She should have never entertained him in the first place. When he said something out the way to her, she should have reported him. Because I'm quite sure she was laughing and giggling with him. You go in these places, you do your job, you go home. Follow the rules, go home. But I figured since she was getting some attention from him, that she, allowed it to happen. But it had to have been something in order for him to get you. If it was nothing sexual, it would have never escalated to that point where he smuggled a gun in and killed her. Y'all women, y'all need to leave these inmates alone. Go in these places, do your job, and go home, because you have family. You have people out there depending on you. I bet during that relationship, she didn't one time think about her kids. What if? You got to learn how to weigh the pros and cons when you entertaining people. Because it was nothing that inmate could have done for her that would have made her life better. Now he is destroyed 2 lives, 2 families. He deleted her and then deleted himself. All because he couldn't take rejection. She no longer wanted to entertain him. Women, ladies, leave these inmates alone. Nothing good can ever come out of you entertaining an inmate. They're criminal minded. I don't know what their attraction is with women and criminals. But 9 times out of 10, it never ends well for the woman. And this right here is a prime example. Ariana Grace lost her life because she was naive and she was gullible. And she made the fatal mistake of entertaining an inmate. I bet you it all started by him giving her a compliment. Attention is like currency to a female. They don't care where it's coming from, as long as they get it. And she made a fatal mistake, and it cost her everything. Now her kids have to live without her. Her family have to go on without her because she decided to entertain an inmate. Leave these jailbirds alone because they mean you no good. If you found any value in this video, like, share, subscribe to my channel. It's Just Percy Podcast. Like I always say, choose wisely. Don't entertain low life. Go in there, do your job, and go home. And be safe. Peace.